All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are watching this is I just can't talk in a video. So hopefully you guys just watched my dunking progression, workout progression kind of video. I don't really know what to call it. This video, if you're watching this, obviously, you know, it's going to be posted pretty soon after that video because I want to get this video out. I already said I was going to do it, but I've been taking a minute to do it because I've been trying to find the time and also figure out what exactly I want to say. So this video is basically going to be my reaction to DunkCamp, talking about my experience and what I plan to do now. That's basically what the video is going to be about. So why don't we jump right into it? So let's talk about experience, because getting to DunkCamp, if you see my previous videos, you already know that it was a struggle. So let me just fully get into detail on what happened. I live in Alabama and DunkCamp was in Utah. So if I wanted to take a straight flight there, it was going to be like a 6-hour flight. Was not trying to do that. The only other way I could have took a straight flight there and it would have been like 2 hours would have been if I drove to Atlanta, which Atlanta's like 3 hours away, which, you know, if you think about it, it's roughly the same amount of time spent traveling. But I didn't want to do that because I didn't know if I was going to have somebody that could take me to the airport, because right now with me and my girlfriend, we only have one car. So that's another thing. So I had to take 2 flights. I had to take one from here to Dallas and then from Dallas to Utah. So I get on my first flight from here to Dallas. It ends up being delayed like 30 minutes, whatever. This is also my first time flying, just so you guys know. It's delayed like 30 minutes, whatever. So I get on the flight, and because my first flight was delayed, I was running late to my second flight. And this is my first time flying, so I'm just trying to make sure like I get there because I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm learning how to function in the airport as I'm there trying to fly to Utah. So I land in Dallas and I just take off running. I'm running through the airport trying to find where my flight is, and I find it and come to find out that it's delayed. So I did all that running for nothing, but you know, whatever. We're here now. So I waited for about 30 minutes and then it got delayed for another 30 minutes. So a whole hour delay. And then we finally started boarding the plane. All right, I'm about to be there. I've been talking to the guys in the group chat about, you know, the camp. I'm like, you know, I'm about to get on my last flight. I'll be there soon. You know, so we get on the plane, and my plane that I was on had a little TV. So I was picking out a movie and I was going to watch Godzilla vs. Kong because I haven't seen it yet. And I wanted the flight to go by quicker. So if I'm focused on something, time is just gonna shoot past. So we start boarding the plane. I get in my seat, I get situated, everybody else is still getting on the plane, and the captain gets on the intercom and is saying that he has terrible news and the flight has been canceled. So I'm like, the flight's canceled, like what am I supposed to do? This is my first time flying. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So to make a long story a little bit shorter, I had to try and find another flight. The second one that got canceled was actually later in the night. So I stood in line for an hour to see if I can get confirmed for this flight. And I got confirmed for it, but they also said I could possibly get put on standby for another flight that's leaving earlier. So I went to that desk to talk to them, see if I can get put on standby, which standby is basically if somebody doesn't make it on the plane, you get their spot if you're next up on the list. So I'm going over there and I'm trying to get put on standby, but the lady at the desk kept going over there and then leaving and going over there and leaving and just gone. Like, I don't know what she was doing. I understand that the airport is a stressful place to, you know, work at, but I have no idea what she was doing. The customer service was just terrible. Like, I was not able to talk to her. So I decided to just go ahead and just stick with the flight I have, which is confirmed like an hour later than that one. So that flight ends up taking off. It was delayed, but it ends up leaving for Utah. And you can say that I didn't have enough patience, but I stood in line for like 30 minutes, and the line was like 5 people. Like, yeah, I could have stayed, but I was convinced that that lady was not going to come back and talk to us at all. But you know, whatever. I could have left earlier to Utah, but I'm still confirmed on a flight to get there at like 10 o'clock. So that flight gets delayed again. 7 o'clock, which is around the time that it was supposed to take off, comes around, and it's supposed to take off at 10 now. But then that one ends up getting canceled. And because that one ends up getting canceled, that was my last flight for that day that I was going to be able to get on. My next flight was going to have to be the next day, which is Monday. The first day of camp was on Monday. Sunday was the first day I was supposed to get there, get to meet everybody, and, you know, get settled in. So I was now going to miss the first day of camp, which is just terrible. So that flight gets canceled. I finally find another flight, and I have to sleep in the airport. So I find me a spot on the floor. I have like my jacket as a pillow, no covers, nothing. So I go to sleep, and I wake up at like 2 or 3 a.m. and find out that that flight had got canceled. So if I did not wake up when I did, I never would have known that that flight got canceled. Thank the Lord that I found out that it was canceled before it was too late. I ended up finding another flight at like 7 that morning. It was going to take me to Phoenix, and then from Phoenix to Utah. And we finally got to camp. So getting to camp was pretty stressful. Did not enjoy it at all. Would I fly again? I mean, if I was really trying, I mean, obviously to go back to DunkCamp, but anything other than that, just count me out. But anyway, that was a long story about the airport, but to talk about DunkCamp itself, if we're being completely honest about DunkCamp, it was the greatest experience I've ever had in my life. I always liked dunking. I started taking it serious after I got out of high school and I was in my first year of college. But I've always loved dunking. I've always loved fitness and just getting better at both of them. And to be around so many people that share that same passion as me, some people better than me, like the pros. And I don't even mean that like a bad way. Like, I don't mean it like a bad way, but like, I can hit dunks and some people can't, but the people that can't hit the dunks I can, they're still striving and working hard to hit those dunks. Like, it's so amazing to be around that energy and people that are like that. They're actively trying to get better at dunking. Because coming from Alabama, cool, you can jump high. But if you can't play basketball, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to be able to just dunk the whole time in a basketball game. You got to be able to hoop. So nobody really cares if you can just jump high and you can dunk. Like, it's cool to watch, but nobody cares. The only like professional dunker from Alabama was Antoine Ball, and he was in Dunk League, if you've ever seen that. But he's not even like into pro dunking anymore. He's a Harlem Globetrotter, which he probably, obviously he dunks in that, but he's not into pro dunking. So as far as I'm concerned, unless there's somebody in Alabama I just have not talked to that is actively trying to pursue just getting better at dunking, period, I'm the only one here. I'm the only one. So going to DunkCamp and being around so many people like me, it was just something I wouldn't trade for the world. And, you know, this is the 4th year they've done DunkCamp. There's been a couple of people that go all the time. And, you know, it just seems like, you know, it's DunkCamp. Like, yeah, I'm used to it. But for me, especially coming from Alabama, you know, with that I just explained, and just getting the money to go. Like, I work at Walmart. I have my own place. I share bills with my girlfriend. I have a car that's not working. That's why we have to share one car. Like, I don't have a lot of nice things. Most of my shoes have holes in them. I just had to buy some shoes to work out in from Walmart because they were flat and I couldn't get anything else. Like, I make money, but I don't have the money to just spoil myself and sometimes not even be able to spoil my girlfriend like I would like to. It's just, I don't make that much money. So it meant the world that I was even able to go to DunkCamp. Thank my aunt. She was so kind and just loving enough to actually help me pay for the trip, which is just a blessing that I can never like repay her for, because this experience at DunkCamp was just amazing. DunkCamp was just such an amazing experience. If we're being honest, I almost broke down like multiple times on the way home, like broke down crying. I mean, not because I'm sad to leave, like, because it just made me that happy. The fact that I was even able to meet all those people. I was able to meet Steven, which, if you guys know, I've been talking to Steven for a while. It was so cool getting to meet him. I got to meet all the other pros like Jordan. I got to meet my trainers, Isaiah and John. You know, Jay Clark, Jordan Sutherland, Jordan Kilgann. Like, I got to meet everybody, and it was just, it's so, words just can't describe meeting these people. Like, I've looked up to so many of these people when it comes to dunking. I've seen them all over Instagram. I've tried talking to some of them, and to be able to finally meet them, it was weird because I know them for being like so high up as in a level, or how to explain that, like they're just so high up above all the amateur dunkers. It's like when I saw them in person, they were just like highlighted. And I don't even mean that as like fanboying over them or something. Like, they were just like, they were highlighted. Like, they walked into the room, I knew exactly where they were the whole time. And obviously I didn't like freak out when I was talking to them. You know, I talked to them like they're regular people, because they are regular people. It's just, they're just so much better at this craft than I am. And it was just amazing to finally be able to meet them. And as far as the other amateurs, like a lot of the guys I've talked to for a while and watched them grow as I grow, it's just, it's something that I would never trade for anything. And especially with this being maybe my first and last camp for who knows how long. I don't even know if I'll be able to go again this summer. Like, I have no clue. I don't want to have to ask my family for money to go again. That was a one-time thing. I don't like asking for money, period. I don't ever ask for money, period. It's just, I've been wanting to go to DunkCamp since I've seen it on Instagram. So I just took a long shot, or like took a chance. I can't talk. I took a chance and asked my family, and my aunt was just gracious enough to actually bless me with the money. So, you know, like I said, coming out of Alabama, and just the odds of me being able to go in the first place being so low, it meant everything to go to this camp. It meant everything. And I will cherish all the memories I made there, all the friendships that I made stronger with the people there. It's just something I keep saying, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Hopefully I can go again and get to meet those guys. I'm applying for a management position at my job now, so that'll be a little bit more money. Hopefully that helps with my situation here, and also with maybe going to camp again. But if you guys are into dunking, getting better, even if you can't go, plan for it. Try your best to go, because you may hear other people say it, but it is just, you can't replicate this energy anywhere unless you get a group of people. But even then, like, it's just, this is a one-of-a-kind thing, and you need to go. Like, if it's even possible for you, you need to go, because it's a one-of-a-kind thing. And I will definitely be trying my best to go again. But with all that being said, where am I going now as far as my training and dunking and all of that? As you guys know, I've been wanting to get my chest bigger because I don't like how my chest looks compared to my body. I still feel that way. But after going to DunkCamp, it almost like opened up my eyes to how much better I can improve now with just dunking, and how much I want to improve with just dunking. Obviously, when I'm trying to get a bigger chest, I don't want to be just like massive, walking around like a unit. Like, I just want my chest to be bigger and more proportionate to my body. But also at the same time, putting on more muscle makes me a little bit heavier and may limit mobility when it comes to dunking. And I'm so focused on trying all the new things I learned to like get better now. Obviously it's not going to happen like at this moment. Like I'm not going to get better my next dunk session immediately. Like it's going to take time, but I just feel like I don't want to hinder that process at all. So I'm going to do what I've basically done for a while, I'm going to do it with more knowledge. It's going to be a lean bulk, the leanest bulk I can do. I'm talking about a small surplus of food, probably just like 100, maybe 200 calories. I don't plan on going over that much. I want to stay as lean as possible so I can be as light as possible. And just know, once I get that chest as big as I want it, which it may not ever be as big as I want it, I want it bigger, just bigger, period. If I can ever get that, I will go and maintain 175 pounds. And that is the goal. I'm going to keep training. Originally, if you guys have been following me, I said I was going to take muscle building more serious and let dunking take a back seat after dunk camp. Not anymore. Not anymore. I want to keep getting better at dunking because I know I can. After going to dunk camp, talking to like Jordan Kilgannon about how to do dunks, and I know I can get better. So that's what I'm going to focus on. It's what I've been focusing on since I got out of college or got out of high school. So that's what I'm going to stick to. Besides that, that's really all I have to say about dunk camp and what I'm doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but I do want to mention this one thing. As I'm trying to grow my brand, I have in a way partnered with this clothing brand. They're called Strength. I'll have them on the screen, maybe. I don't know. It's a fitness clothing brand that I am somewhat partnered with. I have my own code. So if you guys find anything on the website that you want, use code FROSTY with 2 Y's to get a discount on your order. It really helps me out a lot. I'm trying to become an ambassador for this brand because I like what they have. I feel like this brand has a lot of potential and I want to be a part of that. So if you guys do find anything you like from the website, please use my code and, screenshot it, send it to me on Instagram or post it on your story and I'll repost it. I don't know if it means a lot to you guys if I repost it because I'm not like this huge role model or whatever, but I'll be sure to show you guys my gratitude. But like I said, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.